Been a while since I've streamed. Been a long while since I've streamed. Anyways, the new set, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, came out. I want to play it. You always start with limited. That's the way I get all my cards. I've had a lot of friends that were planning to play this game, so I'm hoping to try to go a little slower. But then again, this is timed. I'm not going to go slow. I know myself. Anyways, welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, I'm Patient Tadpole. I used to do speedruns. I've been away from action for over a year, so I don't do speedruns. I generally like more... The way I describe it is ADHD chill, where it's like, we're not doing anything super intense, but we're doing something that's constantly requiring action. I don't usually do, like, any loop hero sort of stalling games. I usually play something that constantly requires focus, but just simple games that require focus. MTGA, I know it's not simple, but it's also something I play a lot of, so I enjoy myself. So I should do a little bit of a process of like trying to explain what a draft is, because a lot of people that watch me probably don't know what that is. So basically we're going to get 3 packs from this set, and they can just have any cards in it. And so there's 5 different colors. We kind of have to figure out what colors we want to be, what sort of combinations we want, and like they have a little list of all the different combinations you can get from 2 colors. And sometimes if you get the lands, you might even go 3 color. So it's kind of just like a matter of how you want to do it. That's going to cause how you're acting. You're going to get some rares. That's probably going to tell you which cards to pick. I'm going to go through the picks kind of fast because I only have so much time to choose my card. Once I choose my card, once we are done with making the deck, I can go through in detail why I chose this card, why I chose that card, why I didn't choose this card. Generally, it has like a argument of tempo versus card advantage, floor of the card versus ceiling of the card. All technicality stuff I'm not sure we want to go into unless someone actively asks, unless someone's actively like, how does this work? So with that, let's begin. Whew. So I am hoping for some blue-red. I have seen some other people draft, and it looks like blue-red is the powerhouse color combination. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping this is a more balanced set. But I've been seeing some maneuvers you can do with the blue-red multi-spell deck. Alright. Let's do it this way. Alright, Geralf. First card, great. It's a blue card that goes great in the blue-red multi-spell deck. 2/3 that then makes more creatures, needs to be dealt with. Gem Lightfoot's kind of cool, but forces 2 colors already. This is good even if I'm like blue-green with Aloe Animus and plot spells. Anamorphic Blast I'd like, but it's not coming around. Okay, so what card am I hoping to get on the wheel? Probably Failed 40. That's probably the card I want on the wheel, because it's going to stick to my colors, and it's going to be playable. I don't think any... Map of the Frontier is probably going to make it, but I don't really care about that. Gold Pan's going to make it. I'm not sure. I won't... It's playable, but not really that good. I might grab the Heath just because it's a crime land. These cards are actually pretty good. But yeah, I think nothing beats Geralf. There are some good cards. Prickly Pear is really good, but then it's the only red card. I don't want to do that. Alright. And now we get... I guess we're blue-green. Ornery Tumblewagg is an insane card. Alright. So this is... We got to turn 6 or 7. I played this and the game ended. Yeah, I'm streaming again. It has been over a year. Sorry, I need to pick my card. I think it's going to be Ornery Tumblewagg. This is basically a 3-mana 3/3 because it puts a counter on it. And then they need to... Yep, so I have 2 3-drops that just... I'm going to play them, and my opponent needs to kill it, or GG's. And honestly, this one could be in any deck, where this usually tries to do a multi-spell deck. So either way, I could drop out one for the other. I'm hoping to do that with Villainous Wealth. What the heck did my opponent take? Did they have a 3-rare booster pack and just the 3rd rare was super good? Like, was it just like... How do you not take Ornery Tumblewagg? How do you not take Ornery Tumblewagg? Alright. The cool card. but very hard to play, and the upkeeps don't really help you. Shackle Slinger, great if we go into multi-spell. Bridal Bighorn, okay. This... It could plot, but I don't really want to force that right now. Jailbreak Scheme is kind of a kill spell. Tumbleweed Rising. I think I'm going to go Shackle Slinger, just... Well, then again, it's another 3-drop. I might end up flooding on 3-drops. We're seeing a lot of white cards. Is there any... Maybe the Bridal Bighorn? I think I'm going to go safe and play Shackle Slinger. It's entirely possible that this Bighorn's the correct pick. Or the Tumbleweed Rising or something like that. Hey, so Destiny, if you're listening, I will definitely open this up to more Q&A once I'm done with this draft, but this draft is timed, so I do want to keep my focus on it if I can. All right, Crom, Violent Cacophony, great card. This makes the double spell deck. With Ornery Tumblewagg, I mean, I could splash Ornery, I could splash Crom. Like, Metamorphic Blast, I really like. This card doesn't really have a target yet. I mean, it will. It will. I think I'm going to grab the Crom. I really want to play the Tumblewagg if I can, but I think what that means is that I'm going to either splash the Tumblewagg, splash the Crom, or something else. I could Metamorphic Blast. This is the safest pick, and it is like a 5-mana commit a crime draw card, but I think just the double spelling is probably more valuable. This just it has so much upside if it works. It turns every second spell into card draw and gives you a giant threat. So I'm going to go with that. Outlaw Stitcher, another powerhouse. So like right now what I'm doing is I'm picking all the early cards that are going to basically give me win conditions. This isn't as good as Geralf, but it's another card like Geralf. It's cast multiple spells in a turn, get a massive zombie rogue. It's going to win me the game. I can plot this and then Geralf in the same turn, and that's going to make more and more zombies and actually cause just a cascading effect. Honestly, with these cards, I think I might just try to force blue-red, and then Ornery Tumblewagg might just get splashed. So, there's that. Take the Fall. Take the Fall, so because we're going towards the double spell path, I either want Take the Fall or Irascible Wolverine. At the moment, we are certain we are blue. We are not certain about the other colors. Geralf's a Warlock, Stitcher's a Warlock. Alright, so I have 2 Outlaws for this. But really what this is 1 mana, draw a card. All you need to see is 1 mana, draw a card at instant speed, commit a crime, and helps you double spell. So I'm taking Take the Fall. I don't care about the other stuff. Red's pretty open. Thunder Salvo would be great, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be deep red splashing green or deep green splashing red. And Failed Fortings continues to be safe, but Patient Naturalist I think is the path I want to go. Because it either is going to get me my lands, which will help me do the other stuff, or it's going to create treasure token. If this is your second spell this turn, or something like that, I think I don't need the big cards right now. I have Geralf, I have Outlaw Stitcher. I have already enough powerhouses to win me the game. Let's get to those powerhouses. Failed Forting's very much reasonable. I think I need to start picking colors other than just forcing mono blue. And Patient Naturalist is like the best green common. Alright, so let's see. So this is kind of a 3-mana bounce effect, or I can Essence Capture. 6 mana gets a Tumblewagg through. Not sure if that's worth it. Essence Capture is always going to counter something. Here, that's generally my argument. I can't double spell with this, but I don't think I'm double spelling with a minimum 3-mana sorcery. So we'll go with that. Oh my god, Metamorphic Blast tabled. I didn't even consider that as a possibility. Target creature, control fight target creature. I think right now I just want to get card draw. I think the card draw of Metamorphic Blast is just better. I think if they allow us to go mono blue, I will not complain. Splasher commits crimes. I don't think I have any crime cards yet. Okay, I'm going to throw this into our sideboard because it's possible. It's possible we see play with that. So we would need black. and Peerless Ropemaster isn't going to see the deck, I don't think. It's not bad. This is not a bad card, but I want to go for the speculative black, and Desperate Bloodseeker is just so good if that's the case. Okay, this might be our path. All right, let's pull these black cards out and try to go the Villainous Wealth path. Oh my gosh. All right, so Crom is a good card. Oh my gosh, this is a good card. Yeah, a lot of strategy. I will walk through it later, but basically I got a lot of cards that are going to win me the game. I'll explain how they win me the game once we're done drafting. But right now, basically, a lot of cards have this effect whenever I cast a spell during my turn other than your first, or stuff like that. And so I'm trying to get some cheaper cards, but all my cards, like, my curve is way too thick on 3s. But I'm about to pick another 3 because I have to. Like, Outcaster Trailblazer, just going to give me... Okay, where's the card draw? 1, 2, basically. Not that much card draw, honestly. This might actually be the wrong pick. Okay. But if I'm not picking it, I'm picking Giant Beaver or Dance of Doublewings. We're picking it. Might not make it to the end. Pibblethip Lost in the Range is a fun card. I don't think so. It's a 3-mana 1/1. So tempo versus card advantage. This is the ability to be a ton of card advantage, but it is negative tempo. It's a 3-mana 1/1 creature. It's basically a dead card, and it could be killed. Razzle Dazzler, if we really want to go into that multi-spell path. Heartless Pillage. Ooh. I think I would need more 2-drops to really justify Heartless Pillage. But this is discard 2 cards, fix my man base for Villainous Wealth. Yeah, it's real life Lambo Droid, but yeah, I'm just take it slow, try to figure out. Razzle Dazzler. I think I have to pick the Razzle Dazzler to get myself a 2-drop so that the Heartless Pillage and other cards can actually see play. Love those cards, the Lively Dirge and stuff, but just not where I can be right now. Okay. I'm wondering if... Yeah, I think we're going to end up being blue, black, splashing green. Just for these powerhouse 3-drops. Possibly the Patient Naturalist isn't good enough. Okay. Seize the Secrets is more card draw. Do I need more card draw? I don't think so. I honestly kind of need creatures. How many creatures are in this deck? 10 creatures. Okay, never mind. Okay, so then the question is, yeah. Binding Negotiations is pretty nice. Yeah, how's our color? 33% black, 53% blue. So we're definitely blue. I don't want too many Essence Captures. It's a great card, but it's definitely it has diminishing returns. You have too many of them, it's like, okay, I'm going to counter your creature spell that still have no play because I don't have creatures. I think at this point, since we're going towards the blue-black path, I kind of want Spring Splasher because 1, it gives us another 2-drop, and 2, it's a constant crime enabler. I mean, this town ain't big enough is really good in the late game. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this town ain't big enough for now. That's perfectly fine that you can't hang. Thank you for coming in. Hope you enjoy yourself. All right. Creature died this turn, so I'm grabbing one of these plot cards. I'm just trying to decide which is better. So this is a 3 mana for 4/3 that creates a zombie. We have a lot of 3-drops already. This is honestly not that bad. Skullduggery can be great. Yeah, I think I like Rictus Robber over the Buzzard. Just the fact that this could just be a 2-mana creature, like a 2-mana 2/1, 1 health is just really bad. And this could be a lot more. It's zombies for Geralf. Alright. Seize the Secrets for more card draw. Lively Dirge for more creatures. Ooh, hold up. I'm pretty sure I can Lively Dirge to throw my Geralf to basically fetch out Geralf, which is a win condition in its own right. Fetch out the Tumblewagg, and then if I can grab a 1-drop creature, then... Or, yeah, there's a lot of things that Lively Dirge can do. I think that is the pick right here. Has more tempo for the other stuff. Yeah. I'm not seeing any of my lands. I think someone in this pack is definitely focusing on taking all the lands they can. All right, so Cranium Crab was amazing for me when I played it in my sealed event, but my sealed event I was playing blue-white. That being said, oh my gosh, was this card amazing for me. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Play it, next turn plot something, loot, stalls the game for my Villainous Wealth win condition. Yeah. Alright. Biolic Ratch, mounts don't really work. Why must you? Oh yeah, dude, it's Saturday. I'm so sorry you're at work, man. I just realized, yeah, nah. That unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. I really do need some mana fixing. By the way, my deck, I think, is already nearly done. Like, this is a nice curve. We need 23 playables by the end of it. We have 22 already, I think. Yeah, we 21 already. Gonna be 22. Like, we're about to be at a point where we are just, like, I'm gonna pull this out because I just don't think that's where how my deck's winning this, the matches. And we're just gonna, oh my gosh, we got the Heartless Pillage back, and now we actually have the 2-drops. Like, here's a fun fact. If I attack this turn, not if I dealt damage. I can attack with my 0/5 Canyon Crab. They're not dealing 5 damage to a crab, and then I'm Heartless Pillaging them. Yeah. Vault Buster or another Essence Capture. 12. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, we could be mono blue. We could probably pull off mono blue, people. That is insane. All right. Crime and Punishment. I don't think this is for my deck, but my god, this card is good. Yeah, just basically, if they have too many of one card, you just turn this into a board clear. Kill spell, second spell. Where are the deserts? I think I've seen 0 deserts that have my color combinations. There is definitely someone just taking every single desert they can. That is 100% happening. Average of 2.5, that's pretty fine. I think I'm going to go Shackle Slinger. This just, honestly, we might just be going mono blue. We might just be going mono blue. So, ooh, Blooming Marsh helps with my mana fixing problem. Desperate Bloodseeker is another good 2-drop. All right, hold up. We have enough playables. So that Desperate Bloodseeker is really good, but I honestly am thinking about the Blooming Marsh just because Blooming Marsh allows me to make sure I get lands for all the cards I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, we already have 2. It's a great card, but 2 should be enough. I'm gonna pull out the Mourner Surprise. There's a lot of cards we could still pull out, but we have a more than playable deck. Whenever you cast an Outlaw spell, Outlaw 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, not as many Outlaws as you might hope. Cycling for 2. I almost kind of want to pick it just for mythic cards, because at this point, like, I think my deck's done. Like, is Harrier Strix going to be better than a card already in my deck? Yeah, we'll just pick it for mythic. I'm probably not playing that in my deck, just you need certain things to go right for it. Road Canyon, hey, a desert came around. Unfortunately, it's not it's only half of my colors. Look at that many cards from the top of your library. I don't think this is gonna really be paying off as I'd hope it would. I'm just gonna put in this Consuming Ashes. This is a kill spell. Not sure if I'm gonna have the cards for it, so not gonna be too attached. Another Outlaw Stitcher. I think I am going to look into the mono blue deck. Yeah, we're playing Outlaw Stitcher. I'm thinking about just shoving all of these cards into my sideboard, and we're going to just try to do mono blue, because when you're a monocolored deck, you can so consistently get everything you want, like mana-wise, that it really doesn't matter. So, this town ain't big enough. Okay, now I kind of wish I had that, what's it called? Sorry. I kind of, ooh, Mobile Homestead. I mean, it's 2 mana 3/3 a lot of times. Big mana ramps. Oh, all right, took it. Taken. Whoops. All right. Esoteric Duplicator is theoretically card draw, but so slow. I'm gonna grab the Geyser Drake, and we're gonna see if I can just do mono blue. And if not, I can easily splash in blue, black, possibly green for villain as well. So we do have to get a lot of cards fast, but we could. We'll look at what the deck has to offer, and then we'll decide after that. Failed forwarding, we have no deserts. Makes me want to kind of pick the Slickshot Vault Buster more. Bandit's Hall? No, I'm not going to be playing that card even if I end up in multiple decks. Mourner Surprise, Gold Pan. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. I'm just going to pick the one that's... So, uncommons are worth more gems than commons. I'm not playing any of these cards. Let's just grab... Sure. Okay, I might play Harrier Strix. I might genuinely play Harrier Strix. So I'm going to pick that one, even though the Pitiless Carnage is a rare. Key to the Vault. Possible. If we go mono blue. Doc Arlock. I didn't even know this card was in the pack. Doc Arlock is insane. How did I not pick Doc Arlock? Okay. Alright, so I'm not sure what you guys see, but I see like all these little numbers popping up. Ornery Tumblewagg, 4.5, incredible bomb, but not unbeatable. Well, I wonder if I see Geralf the Fresh, right? 4.5, incredible bomb, not unbeatable. Nice. Good rare, top tier, and common. Yep. Alright. So, if I wanted to, I could just do this. And congratulations, I have a mono blue deck. Is this deck good? So, first off, let's look at what we're losing out. That's kind of important to note. Ornery Tumblewagg, 4 mana, 4.5, a bomb, 3. So, floor ceiling measurement. This is basically at floor. It's a 3 mana, 4/4. I'm gonna say that because you play it on the first turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Next turn it rolls around, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and now it can attack. So at the floor, it's a 3 mana 4/4. Fantastic. Ceiling, this card puts +1/+1 counters on every single card. This card's good. This card is good. At floor, it's already worth playing. And floor means worst case scenario, generally speaking. Outcast of Trailblazer. So this, if I play a creature with power 4 or more, unfortunately, I don't think I have any. Yeah, the only creature with power 4 or greater is itself. So unfortunately, this is definitely just staying in the sideboard. So I'm not losing anything here. This is always going to be worst case scenario, which is 3 mana 4/2. Patient Naturalist, nice little land card, but I'm splashing green. I don't need a card that helps me splash in green. So if I do green, it will literally be for splashing Ornery Tumblewagg and Doc Arlock. Doc Arlock, very good card. Hard to play because it's a 2 mana and it asks for specific colors right at that mana. But think of it this way: it makes all those spells cost 2 less to cast. So if you're playing, let's say I'm gonna Visage Band plot for 3, I just play Doc Arlock and then plot, and it's Doc Arlock was basically a free card. 2 mana 2/3 is a solid base, and the potential is plot Outlaw Stitcher on turn 3, followed by next turn plot Outlaw Stitcher and Visage Bandit, and then I just get this amazing powerhouse maneuver. Worth noting, Visage Bandit comes to play, triggers enter the battlefield effects. So if you plot a Visage Bandit, play Outlaw Stitcher, then Visage Bandit, the Outlaw Stitcher, you get another zombie. Geralf, whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put +1/+1 counter for each other zombie that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Awesome. Okay, hold up. I have double down, Warlock, Rogue. I have two. This is 3 plot powerhouses with double down. Nice. I don't really have ways to hit my opponent, unfortunately. Like, okay. So look at this. Average is 2.7. Kind of a lie because Metamorphic Blast is at least a 2-drop. Jailbreak Extreme is at least a 3-drop. Glad I grabbed that Harrier Strix. Glad I got that Harrier Strix. Is there any... So if you want to splash, you generally have to do it high mana. This is why Villainous Wealth was this funds card. Yeah, 4.0, as it says, classic build around. Looks great in this format too. It's just the process of getting the mana. So, do I have any other artifacts? No. So if I play this deck, I mean, I would play the Conduit Pylons just for the Surveil. I'm going to get the blue mana I need. So, definitely doing that. Count big enough does go slower though. So looking at this, turn 2, Canyon Crab. Honestly, this might be the deck. Okay, so if I'm splashing black, what do I get for it? Desperate Bloodseeker, great. So 2 great 2-drops. Lively Dirge could be a great 4-drop. The fact is, you can play Lively Dirge, return an Outlaw Stitcher, or like I can return any of my creatures. I can fetch out a creature and return it alongside, if it's a 3-drop, a Harrier Strix. This is for each spell you cast this turn other than the first. So, unfortunately, Lively Dirge, if I Lively Dirge it, it's probably not going to work all that well. So it's probably going to be Desperate Bloodseeker, Heartless Pillage. Can't do Consuming Ashes, it's too much. Rictus Robber. Okay. Yeah, I could. So I want to be clear. I could probably splash in Tumblewagg, put this Blooming Marsh in. Yeah, put in the Blooming Marsh, the Tumblewagg, to a Heartless Pillage, Villainous Wealth, and just kind of like, that's really it. Yeah. Well, first draft, mono blue. So monocolor decks are usually supposed to be really hard, really difficult to build. Okay, yeah, let's look at our bad cards. So we have a Key to the Vault, which is bad. I'm not really convinced by Jailbreak Scheme or Sterling Hound. So that's 1, 2, 3, probably 4 cards I'd be willing to pull out. And if I did... Okay, hold up. So pull out the Key to the Vault, put in the Ornery Tumblewagg, and that's a deck. I don't see a reason to go any further. Like, Key to the Vault is bad enough that I pull it out if I could. I could try to do Doc Arlock, but I think just the 2/3s go. Look at that, and then we go to 16 lands like that. Let me think about that deck. So 3.5, 4.5. Yeah, I think just the Key to the Vault is bad enough that we don't want it in our deck. I think the potential, the possibility of playing an Ornery Tumblewagg is better than having Key to the Vault and consistency. So this does drop our consistency significantly, since we have so many green mana symbols now. But yeah, if I splash black, I'd be splashing just about as many cards. And yeah. And if you think of Dark Arlock not as a 2-drop, but as like a 3-drop with a plot ability, you plot something else while you play it. Yeah, no. This is fine. I like this. It is unfortunate that I had to like go into green just to play but like we have this to Surveil. We have cards that Surveil are fixing anyway. 1, 2, 3, We have 3. I mean, 3 is still good. 3 is still good. All right. I'm going to try it. We're going to see how it pans out. If we find we are losing because the green mana's screwing us over or something of that nature, we will switch it back around. Maybe we'll go mono black. Who knows? But I do want to try it out. All right. 7. All right, we're going second, so I think the yeah. This hand has some weird stuff with it, but I'm wondering, okay. I'm thinking about saving Harry Strix so I can Razzle Dazzler and then play it. Now, I'm going to play this. I'm going to just pass the turn. So, thing is, I think I'm going to hold up the island for Essence Capture to just make my Harry Strix bigger. And if they don't play anything, okay, I'll Nimble Brickhand and do something else. Yep. There we are. That's why I get this. All right, so I'm going to play Nimble Brigand. Then next turn, I'm going to Splish Splasher and Razzle Dazzler. So I tell them, hey, we just countered your card, and now you're forced to play another, or you're going to get beaten up. So force them to get some board presence again, or else Nimble Brigand is going to draw me cards. Otherwise, yeah, next turn, Razzle Dazzler, Splish Splasher. All right, cool. You want Ariad's Lullaby that? Sound fine by me. I say we attack first. All right, let's see what we drew. Cool. Play this, and let's just keep applying board pressure. Awesome. And here's the great thing. Splish Splasher commits a crime when it attacks. So Nimble Brickhand is basically unblockable as long as it's attacking with Splish Splasher. Alright. I'm going to Ornery Tumblewagg. I think I bounce the Summoner, and that will trigger my Razzle Dazzler. Oh wait, this gives -3, -0. Alright. I am going to pump the Splish Splasher, I think. Oh, right. Just realized the Nimble Brickhand is unblockable. Anyways, so now all my cards are threats. Can't block that one. I'm drawing a card. Yep. That's going to end well for you. And then, yeah, they're going to play another creature, and then I'm going to just... This town ain't big enough. Bounce multiple. Or if they play a kill spell during... I'm going to let... I don't need Razzle Dazzler to be pumped up. Then if they try to play a kill spell, which... White, red, black, they have kill spells. Let's be clear. 2 damage to each non-outlaw creature. Outlaw. Beast. Alright. Bounce my Tumblewagg and that guy. Protect my Tumblewagg. Force their summoner back to their hand. Perfectly fine with this. They want to play another kill spell just on Tumblewagg? Because, yeah, basically what's happening is I'm out-tempoing them hard. I'm still playing good lands. I'm still drawing cards with Nimble Brigand. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just going to commit and go for the kill. And so I'm playing it before combat because this pumps up everything, you know? Alright. Yeah, let's pump the Nimble Bringen. Make sure there's threats across the board. So we have a 3/4 unblockable, a 2/4 that is consistently unblockable and draws me cards. Perfect. And I think Ornery Tumblewagg is going to end up getting saddled with a creature just to pump up Razzle Dazzlers. Basically double its +1/+1 counters. I can bring it to a 5/6. Then I can turn into 6, 7, 8. So yeah. Take the fall, tap Geyser Drake to pump up Razzle Dazzler, attack. That's lethal. So they need to deal with my board or they're dead. Alright, that dealt with part of my board. Alright. I'm going to attack first, and then I'm going to play the land. Alright. This is 5 plus... Alright, so this is 4 on my turn. Plus take the fall. I'm going to save Shackle Slinger in case they have some way to get out of this situation. So now I'm holding up a ton of mana. Okay. That's not good enough. Prickly Pear, not good enough. And they're tapped out. Good game. All right. The +1/+1 card. I'm gonna put it on this guy and turn that to your hand. And now all my creatures are unblockable. And I have 3 unblockable lethal attackers. So that's game. Yeah. Mono blue, people. Mono blue. With dog. Basically mono blue. Basically mono blue. Let's give Doc and Tumblewagg their due. They did their jobs well. Yeah. I had 13 ways to win that turn. One of them was literally to stack with Geyser Drake. But now I made the mistake. I allowed my opponent a chance to respond. They have to decide whether to put this on the top bottom of their library. So now my opponent's roping me. What incarnation, bro? Just kind of, so I bought these recently. I'm like, this town ain't big enough for the both of us or stuff. So you have a bunch of tokens that you can get. I like just filling mine up, but then you also need to find it when you want to use the theme. Either way, most people just mute like that. I recognize that. I'm not trying to do it to taunt, but I'm doing, like, this guy this individual deserves some insulting for roping once they already lost. Please, let me just do my kill. I'm sorry for taunting with playing a lot of blue cards. I just wanted to finish my quest to play blue spells. But yeah, I think I really... like, one, the unblockables are just really potent. 2, just holding up, like, Harry Strix into Essence Capture, beautiful. That was actually really well. Like, they went first, and I was able to counter Vengeful Townsfolk, which, by the way, 3 mana 3/3 flat base, solid card. All the other abilities, amazing. Basically, this is a 3 mana 2/4, was going to be a 3 mana 2/1. I turned it into a 1/1. Yeah, Trick Shot just does not live up to expectations. So yeah, they played 3 kill spells, 2 creatures, and one of the creatures got killed. All right, keep it moving. I forgot to refill my water bottle before starting the stream. All right, guess we're going thirsty. All right, so I think this one we're going to mulligan. We have lands, we have cards, but it's like turn 3 we play Geralf. They kill it. game's over. Yeah, I honestly prefer this. Spring Splasher into Nibble Brinkin is great. Razzle Dazzler, Shackle Slinger. I'm gonna throw back the Shackle Slinger because if I get a 2-drop, that fixes everything. It's Pylons, get myself surveilled. Do I want a Sterling? I think I can do better. I just think I can do better. It's not that that card's bad, it's that I have better. Nice. Alright. Splish Splash. Just taking a bath. What about that Saturday night? The tubba, just relaxing in the tubba. Thinking everything is alright. Well, Prime Land actually cost them some curve considerations. This unfortunately cannot attack the turn it comes into play, so we are just playing it like so. And now, next turn, I attack with both, and this probably gets blocked, and this gets me a card draw. That's my guess. Alright, Vault Plunderer. Can't block. Won't block. Alright, I'm starting to wish I had that Hound. So I was thinking if I Razzle Dazzler, I wanted a 2-drop with it, but to get a 2-drop, I need to not draw lands, you know. I think... Okay, so I either Razzle Dazzler, take the fall, or... think I'm going to end my turn here. Razzle Dazzler as a 1-2 doesn't apply too much pressure. Yeah, they need to do something about this. Nimble Brigand. They're already at 14 health. Wow. So it's kind of funny. I threw back my Geralf, which was like a powerful win condition. Alright. I'm going to play the Forest. I'm going to just play the Razzle Dazzler now. Kind of hint, hint. Why did you tap like that? Must tap the Pylon manually. Because now I'm not hinting that I have a counterspell. Rooftop Assassin. Perfect. Okay. So this is actually going to be perfect. So now they block with the Rooftop Assassin. And that Rooftop Assassin takes a mighty long fall. Perfect. Alright. Note, reminder, manually tap for Geralf. Because now, if I manually tapped, I would not have the Essence Capture, but I'd still be doing better than I am now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking... So I could play Geralf. Then I could... This town ain't big enough. Bounce... I can attack, shrink that, bounce the Slick Shot and the Spring Splasher. Okay. This powerhouse is through. I think I attack with all. I could just... This town ain't big enough. No, I want to... I think we do that, just this to threaten lethal. Okay. Fair enough. I was taking my time, and they saw the writing on the wall of, hey, Razzle Dazzler is going to get bigger, this card's going to stay unblockable and keep generating card advantage, and now I'm going to generate a powerhouse. Yep. No, I respect it. They were playing too slow. Tempo mono blue. Well, not mono, but hey. Yeah, Geralf, everyone's... So I had Geralf in my sealed deck, and it did not perform as well as it was supposed to. It was supposed to be my clear win condition. I think I generated 1 zombie with it before they killed it, which, be fair, ate a kill spell. Can't complain too much. This Razzle Dazzler into hold up 3 mana, Essence Capture, take the fall. Honestly, good enough. We're going to be mono blue until we need to play the green. Yeah, we're going pylons first, actually. Spring Splasher, take the fall. I'm game. Now, if I don't draw a card, I can still do stuff. All right. Tax, Surveil 2. All right. So they're going to try to crew that. All right, I didn't stick to the game plan because I didn't play the right color. Okay, so they're going to crew it, and then we take the fall it. They're crewing, then... I think if they're crewing, then they're not putting up defenses. I think it's actually better I play Sterling Hound here. Next turn, Ornery Tumblewagg, take the fall. Next turn, plot the Outlaw Stitcher. I think that's good enough. Honestly, I might want more tempo. But the Tumblewagg staying. 100% the Tumblewagg staying. It's a question about the Stitcher. I think so. No reason to attack into a lifelinker. They have lifelink. That would actually be negative to attack. Alright, and they plot a Spinewoods Paladin. Alright. So... I can play Ornery Tumblewagg, but that guarantees their Spinewoods Paladin. I could hold up an Essence Capture. Gosh. Okay, I should have thought about this, because if I played my blue, I could have Splish Splashed and then Essence Captured in the same turn. As it stands, we are now in the position of... Alright, actually, hold up. This is 4 health, so using this to pump the Sterling Gorehound, or the Sterling Hound, is not a bad idea. There we are. We have been holding this take the fall quite a bit, but here's the idea. Next turn, I play the land. I hold up to like take the fall if I need to. All right. So they're going to Mystical Tether my Tumblewagg, right? Because this is plotted, so they can do both this turn. Oh, they're going. Okay. That is not the one. I thought they were going to take the Tumblewagg for certain. All right. Aired Archway is a really nice card. Guarantees their land drops. All right. I think our plan is Powerhouse through the Spinewoods Paladin using Outlaw Stitcher. They do have the tempo right now, but they will lose it very quickly should I be able to pull off what I need to. All right, so I could take the fall, Outlaw Stitcher, get myself a 4/4, or I can plot this. Next turn, I Spring Splasher, take the fall, Outlaw Stitcher, get myself a 6/6, double the counters, turn it into a 10/10. And we're gonna pump itself, and no attacks yet. Alright. Next turn, I think we start with the take the fall, just because we need to make sure that we just want to see what that card draw is, and we're using it not as a combat trick, we're using it as a tool. And they had to Mystical Tether. Alright, listen. Sucks that I lost the Tumblewagg. They had to use a Mystical Tether. Alright. We are in a bad spot. There is no denying that. Having 2 kill spells for my 2 threats. That being said, we are about to get a bigger threat. Wow. Alright. Start with a take the fall. Shrink that. Draw more land. Splish Splasher. Yep. You're not in the best spot. So I think we played a little too defensively. The Congregation... So Congregation Grift is just amazing. lifelink is huge in limited formats. And yeah. And we are essence capturing that and churning this to a 3/4. I mean, 7/7 forces that's plus a, well, okay, alright, forces that plus a chunk. 2/5 doesn't, stops the grizzly, but this already stops the grizzly. This, yeah. We're just playing on the Razzle Dazzler because when Razzle Dazzler becomes unblockable, that is powerful. Definitely some difficult places just because I played the green instead of the blue when I needed to play the blue. Yep. So now they're attacking gain. So this is a 6-point life swing, and I respond with my own 6-point life swing, but it's a 6-point life swing that is only dealing damage. They are going to win this race. And if I attack, they will block, they will attack, and I will lose my Outlaw Stitcher. I think that's okay. If I double block, I lose my Razzle Dazzler. Is that okay? That is an actual difficult question. I think for now, we do need to end this game eventually. As is, we are losing. And even though Nibble Brigand does let me swing in with a Spring Splasher for some card advantage, Spring Splasher dies instantly, and I would rather Razzle Dazzler's damage output is going to be important for me coming back into this game. But yeah, double Mystical Tether. This is a common? Okay. Yeah. And now this stacks for... Okay, so now that's an 8 health life swing. Yeah, I think I've lost. I think Congregation Rift is that good. Yeah, 4/7. Not good, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if I get the bounce spell, I want to bounce my 2 of their creatures. Now, that thing has trample. All right. I can't Metamorphic Blast, and all right. So this will allow me to block with the 6/6, but then I just lose anyways. I need to play this and draw the 3 cards, which means I can't play the Nimble Brigand this turn. I just realized they have lethal. Oh wait, they have to saddle that to get the lethal, so we are in a bad... To say we're in a bad spot is to understate it, but we are not technically dead. There are plenty of ways in which they can misplay, and this is kind of why I like Metamorphic Blast. So we are not dead yet, but we are looking like it. Oh. We are dead now. Wait. We're not. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we're not fine, but we're not dead. All right. Target a creature becomes a 0/1. We're going to get that Congregation Rift out of the air, and we're going to draw a bunch of cards. All right. Wait, I thought that loses all abilities. Oh no, I thought it loses all abilities. All right, so we still lose. Because I don't know how I win this game when they still have Congregation Gift. I thought it lost all abilities. Alright. Well. Doc Arlock. Geyser Drake. Blocks the 6/6. Blocks this guy. I mean, I might as well. I have to find a way to end the game at some point. Well, turns out Metamorphic Glass is not as awesome as I thought it was. Yeah. Oh, cool. Just make a, was it 7, 8, 8? Oh! Cool. Yeah, no, Congregation Gryff is amazing. This is the reason to go green-white. So I'm not too disappointed. Like, I'm not too surprised I lost this match, but... Great draw. So this needs to attack so that Nibble Brigand gets the crime, so it's unblockable. And we're hoping to draw this town ain't big enough. We bounce that, plus the Congregation Gryff. Nope, drew a land. Alright. Well, that's variance. That's Congregation Gryff. There was some turns of the early game that I was just playing wrong. I played a green when I needed to play blue. The Conduit Pylons actually was costly with my Essence Capture. I did not recognize that one card had Trample. Mistake, mistake, mistake. I lost. Probably deservedly so then. Alright. Keep moving. Don't let it get you too down. You have a bunch of games to go. We just need 4 wins to be positive. We're already at 2. So, alright. So because I'm going first and I have Conduit Pylons to get the proper cards, I'm going to keep this. I can Nibble Brigand, next turn Shackle Slinger, take the fall, or something like that. Like, I've just seen turn 3 into a powerful turn 4, so I'm just looking for turn 2 now. I do not need that right now. So I am very big on using Surveil lands just to throw stuff into the bin, because maybe too much so. Alright. So if they have a bunch of creatures, this card's going to blow me out of water. Yes, sir. Alright. Nimble Brigand. So I now have my card draw engine. Alright, this is another good card. There are a lot of very powerful cards in this format. Okay. So... I mean, we're playing Take the Fall. I'm just wondering, do I want to take Shackle Slinger? Do I want to put... Oh, Slickshot Vault Buster forces them to saddle or it can't get through. Sterling Hound, though, does deal more damage. And it sets up my draws. Alright, we're going Sterling Hound. Razzle... Okay, so hold up. That's my next turn. Geralf the Fleshlight into Razzle Dazzler, I think. I can also just... Yeah, no, I like that. And then we're going to just minus that now. Turn this unblockable. There we are. All right. Now we have ways back into this game. If they attack, I can actually use Shackle Slinger into Razzle Dazzler to keep it tapped down. And that will commit a crime for Nibble Brigand. Like, oh, they messed up. All right. Yeah, I think this is the play. And this is going to commit a crime, which is pretty awesome, so that those can attack freely. They are holding some trick up, but I just do not care. This is unblockable. This I will happily trade with the cow. Because that means they can't saddle. Alright, cool. They can't block it. They still trade with the hound. That is instant speed. That's pretty cool. All right. Next turn, I plot the Outlaw Stitcher, play Geralf into Slick Shot into end the game. That's kind of my plan. Alternatively, I can Geralf Vault Buster, collect a more board presence, tap down a card, pack in for 3. Depends on how aggressive they are this turn. All right. Yeah, if they want to race, I will race them. I will happily race them with this hand. Yep, no blocks. Don't need them. All right. And then next turn, I think just Geralf into Buster, into Strix, into Stitcher. I think that's how I'm going to win this game. Just seen all of the text. Let's race. And so because they have them all as 3/3s, they actually, yeah, it's not enough. All right. So yeah, then next turn, Harrier Strix Outlaw Stitcher is already going to be like 5. Yeah, it's a 4/4 with, if Geralf isn't killed by then, it's a 2/2 and a 5/5. This is a tap down. Thunder Lasso. So my opponent has some good tempo. The thing is, they just didn't counter tempo me, and they need. Oh, hey! They actually got the Collector's Cage thanks to Thunder Vault. All right. So I'll have 1, 2, 3 unblockable. All right. So they did kill that. So yeah, Harry Strix Outlaw Stitcher is still preventing lethal. So yeah. I kind of like Harrier Strix. Hold up, this town ain't big enough for... Oh, no. I need to attack with Razzle Dazzler, which means I need to play the Outlaw Stitcher. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I still hold up, this town ain't big enough. All right. Tap target permanent. Tap the Vengeful Townsfolk. Submit 1. Sorry. Taking this slow because I know Auto Tapper will mess me up if I don't do this properly. So yeah, Razzle Dazzler is the most important. Ooh. Lock it down. I like that. Next. Unblockable, unblockable. There we are. And we have a bounce spell, and we can bounce back our Outlaw Stitcher if we need to with that. All right. Geyser's drink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yep. Whew. This deck is very good. Good to see. I mean, mono blue, the Outlaw Stitcher, just as a 4-drop, is good enough. Yeah, no, I don't even need to plot that often. But then the fact that I could sometimes dock it, plot it on turn 3. Yeah. Visage Bandit. I still haven't seen Double Down, probably for the best, honestly. Double Down is very much... Honestly, I might want to pull out the Double Down and put in the Nervous Gardener, the 3-mana 2/3. This deck is very tempo-oriented, I don't think Double Down's going to really do anything. I'm gonna give Double Down a chance to prove me wrong before I just kick it out of the deck. But I think Double Down's actually the bad card here. Grab, Splish Splasher. Alright. Opponent goes first. We can Splash, Bandit. We can Crab, Plot Bandit. And yeah. I really like my Crab. What can I say? We are low on lands for this hand, but we are playing with like we have enough plays. We're going second. Canyon Crab can loot. I'm not concerned. It's entirely possible I Canyon Crab, attack, and then just pump it if... Yeah, I think that will be the play. If I still don't draw lands and I get to turn 3... Ooh, opponent had to mulligan. Let's leverage. Let's take advantage of that if we can. The fact that they have a play... Okay. I have to say that's... I'm not going to say that's a mistake, but it's also very strange. Oh my god, I just realized I have Outlaw Stitcher into Visage Bandit, Outlaw Stitcher. You better follow up. No follow-up. Alright. Yeah, definitely. 1 mana, 1/1 when you already mulligan. You definitely need that tempo. Alright, I think the moment I plot Visage Bandit and get an Outlaw Stitcher play, the game's over. I think so. We're just gonna plot this and pass the turn. Alright, what are you doing with that? Nothing? Sounds good. I don't think I need this jail. With them so mana ruined, I think the Jailbreak team can... No, I'd rather have Splish Splasher or Town Ain't Big Enough plays. Because Jailbreak Scream is 3 mana. Does slow them down significantly. This slows them down more. Well, does it? Sorry, I need to think about this. Oh, I can... This Town Ain't... Alright. So... Do I discard the Shackle Slinger? I think so. That is crazy. I think the Shackle Slinger might be the weakest card here. Sorry that took so long, opponent. Yeah. Just really needed to think about the different options I had. So is a 4 mana 2/2 and a 4/4 going to be enough? They are flying in the air for a lot of damage. This is something I am noting. Holy cow, actually doing the numbers. Prosperity Tycoon. Alright. Plot one, play the other. This is not instant speed. And this plots for 5, not 4. I think I play 1 and just basically make sure that the Prosperity Tycoon can't come in. Next turn I land... Okay, hold up. They're low on cards. Let's just play the pressure play. So we have this town ain't big enough to make a bigger play on a future turn. For now, this is good enough. This is more than good enough. The 2/2 blocks the 4/2, forces it to use its sack ability. Then the others come in. This town ain't big enough to bounce something. As long I could, yeah, use this town ain't big enough. bounce the Prosperity Tycoon and the Visage Bandit, possibly replot it, and then do that turn again, except next time with more cards in play. They have to use their Mercenary to pump it, or pump the Tycoon, or else I block with Canyon Crab. Okay. They are deciding aggressor. Alright. And I am honestly low on health, so this is not a bad play on their part. 3 cards in hand, they're still applying pressure. Yeah. This is not a bad play on their part. If I draw a land, I think I want to... Okay, I want to see how they respond, because they need 2 mana to use Tycoon's sacrifice trigger. I am more than happy to sacrifice my 4/4 for their Tycoon if they tap out. And now I just realized, Mercenaries with Flyers is pretty good. That Nurturing Pixie actually is putting in the work. Fortunately for them, they only have 1 colored mana, so they can't... 1 white, so they can't do both. Now might be a good time to Jailbreak Scheme them. Alright. Hair Strix, tap this down, Jailbreak Scheme, return their Nurturing Pixie, and Swing in, perhaps? I kind of like that. Yeah. So, first things first. That. Next, I'm going to attack with these 2. And if they take the total, I'm going to bounce the Nurturing Pixie back to their hand. Or basically... So this is basically going to remove the Flyer. If they put it on the top of their library, they don't have the mana to play it again. If they don't put it on the top of their library, it's a removal spell. Yeah, the Prosperity Tycoon's not even a threat. The Nurturing Pixie here gets blocked by the Harrier Strix. Both of us are at 4 mana. So, sounds good. Yep, they have to put it on the bottom, because they need that white land to play their Holy Cow. And, yeah. We now are in a good spot. They get another red source. Oof. Unless they have something like a Sterling Supplier. Yep. Alright. Alright, they are in a good spot once more. They can't attack with the Prosperity Tycoon, though. They forgot to pump the Pixie with their Harrier Strix. My 4/4 now comes in quite safely. If I attack with this, I can... Let's see. They block here. Nothing. They don't block. Do I even want to tap down? Yes. Honestly, I think I want to attack with a Canyon Crab. And... Alright. Do I just play Sterling Hound? Or... Okay, so let's see. They're at 12 health. They're at 14 health, effectively. They have a Sterling Supplier. I do want to bounce this and the Pixie when I can. I need that land. I should have considered just playing Spleen Splasher, but I think now that I'm in the position I'm in, I just have to play the Hound and try to draw the lands that I need. Yeah, I think so. Vault Buster, yeah, I forgot this thing isn't unblockable. It just gets 3 power. So yeah. We're milling that over. We are going to... Yeah, I should have pumped that for 1, brought them to 10, flipped a card, and had this town big enough held up. Unfortunately, my opponent is actually applying enough tempo that I need to stop them. And I'm unfortunately going to have to just chump block with the Harrier Strix. Next turn, I just land past the churn. I'm going to loot the Spring Splasher. But yeah, the thing is, they're constantly tapping out, which actually leaves me enough time to counter pressure. And this town ain't big enough is going to hopefully give me enough tempo to turn around and win the game in 2 turns. All right, the second Plains is actually super potent for them. So we know they have a Holy Cow coming up. We are offering the 4/4 trading with the Prosperity Tycoon and then just sacrificing. But if they're just sacrificing, they are not playing additional pressure to the board. And that's good enough for me. I honestly consider attack with the Outlaw Stitchers, but I don't think that's where I need to be right now. And in their mind, they're probably like, I'm threatening lethal. So, and they're also gaining life, so. They're in a good spot, no denying. I have allowed myself. So white-red has been able to tempo me pretty hard. This opponent even mulliganed, and they're still here. Oh, they don't have lethal. Okay, they're playing Holy Cow, and then they have lethal. Ooh, sorry. Misinterpreted. Alright, well, Splish Splasher still goes. Do I Essence Capture? The Holy Cow. I think I'm gonna bounce them back, and then I Essence Capture on their way back into play. I think that's how I win this. Ooh! And then I just realized that means I can Essence Capture. They're gonna hold Holy Cow as a flash blocker, and I'm gonna Essence Capture it, and that will end the game. Yep. Do I want to bounce the... I want to bounce the Holy Cow because it costs more mana. They are both ETB effects, which is very useful for my opponents, but they are ETB effects they have to pay for. We are definitely on that thin razor's edge. I'm hoping they hold up. Nope, they play Sterling Supplier. I'm still in a bad spot then. All right, I have outs though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They would have to not block and let me pump up my Canyon Crab. Really? All right. Rogue. Okay, so I do have Take the Fall. I mean, Canyon Crab can attack safely, pretty much. Take the Fall plus Essence Capture next turn. That will keep me alive and then some. If I attack and they block with the Prosperity Tycoon, am I willing to pay the mana to kill the Tycoon? That is a tough question. If I do that, who's even coming in? This is one of those difficult questions. Okay, so let's just say I take another turn. They play Holy Cow, I counter it. I take the fall, I'm at 2. I'm dead next turn. I need to apply pressure. One, two, three, four, 5. This is technically 9. If they don't block, they're blocking. Question is how they block. All right, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right. I think that, like, this looks horrible. but I think I needed that damage. I genuinely think that damage was that important. Oh my god! I don't have enough mana for Essence Capture and take the fall. I am a fool. Alright, luckily they were too scared to attack with Prosperity Tycoon. But, I am right once more in a bad spot. Yeah, no, flyers and tempo has been how I lose. I should have pumped it twice, brought them to 5. Then I attack with all. They have to block the Canyon Crab. I Essence Capture. Oh. Nice. Held a Skewer the Critics the entire game as far as I'm aware. Well, I didn't really give them any threats to target, so it was really just my face, and there's no reason to play a Lightning Bolt on my face off pocket. Alright, so here's the important part. We did get to we are getting to 1,000 gems, though I would love the extra 400 gems. That would very much be appreciated. That being said, I think this is the best version of the deck. There was a card that I was thinking about. Oh, Double Down. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing this. I think I'm gaining enough green as is. So, just getting another green card. That's just another 3-drop. I think that's good. Alright. We are usually winning through tempo orientation, not through value orientation. Yeah, definitely tempo is a big portion, and then it's like, you get on the board fast, and then the board stalls. That's how these games have been playing, and so your way around that board stall is important. I have unblockables, they have flyers. Alright. I mean, if I draw my lands, I have very few draws at lands. Alright. This is a card draw spell. This is a Devil Wind condition, and this is a 3-drop that's going to draw me the land to get to my card draw spell. Alright. I like this. And yes, I play the blue first because it allows me the possibility of the Essence Capture. Alright. Honestly, probably the best land there. Alright, Raven, but they have to commit crimes for that to work. Start by attacking. I think I'm going to just play Metamorphic Blast to draw 2 cards. And hopefully with those 2 guard draws, get myself a Razzle Dazzler, Geralf combo turn with Outlaw Stitcher. Yeah, it's all coming together. So next turn is plot Outlaw Stitcher. Okay, that is amazing for me. They should have blocked then. So yeah, the next turn, plot Outlaw Stitcher, Geralf, Razzle Dazzler, then play this guy. I get a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 7/8/8, I think. I could Jailbreak Scheme the Apothecary later. Oh my gosh. I think I could do all of this next turn. Alright. This holds back the Forsaken Miner unless they commit a crime. Yeah, I think we are going to tempo them hard enough next turn that just stopping the life, forcing them to grab Menace, not Lifelink, I think is worthwhile. Alright, so next turn. Geralf for 3, Harrier Strix, then Razzle Dazzler for 2, Harrier Strix. Okay, hold up. Okay, no. I was going to say, maybe I don't play Geralf first, but then I'm like, because I just only lose out on 2/2. No, I lose out on the 4/4 effectively. So this is all great. They are in a great churn, and then this happens. So, colorless, green, Geralf the Flesh right. Gosh, there are so many ways to mispronounce that. Then Razzle Dazzler. Get myself a 2/2. Then Harrier Strix, and we're going to tap down that 5/4. And Outlaw Stitcher. So now we get a 4/4. And we get, what, a 12, 11, 11? Yeah. I'd say that's a pretty good turn. Do you have a board clear? I think black does have a board clear. And then next turn I jailbreak screen. Oh, nice. Death touching the 11/11. If they didn't do that, they would have just died next turn. Your choice of choose a lifelink. I respect it. I respect it. You gonna attack? I mean, you don't give it lifelink to just hold back, right? Alright. I think I jailbreak scheme, bounce that to hand, and I can also... I can nibble Brigand for a double spell, or I can just make... yeah, I think I make my zombie rogue... turn this into a 3/3 and make it unblockable, perhaps? Yeah, something like that. Target creature to put a +1/+1 counter on. Honestly, think about the Harrier Strix, just a flyer. Everything's big enough. As we stand. Almost thinking Geralf. And turn this to your, yeah, to your library. All right. Pull you back, pull you back. And yeah, I don't really care about their counter swing. Oh, Razzle Dazzler can't go yet. All right. Yeah. So yeah, plot Outlaw Stitcher into a Geralf turn. They had a kill spell into... Yeah, they had to have a lot to still be in this game. They had some of it. Yeah. Don't worry, Snoozecast, I have to think through my moves too. You look at this, and it's like, how do I survive when my opponent is threatening... How much damage? Let's see, if Razzle Dazzler gets a double spell. Alright. Good call. Personally, I would have been like, well, actually, no, that's still the biggest threat. I'm like, all of these are... I have a bunch of Weenie Hut Jr. creatures. Alright. I was going to actually save the Visage Bandit in hand, I think, and just hold up the Essence Capture, because it's like, I have lethal eventually. I was just going to make sure to control the board. The thing is, and you're going to notice that I do this a lot, the auto tapper is constantly tapping all my blue and leaving some green open, but I have no green spells, and that pylon is literally there to surveil. So I'm trying to get rid of those cards, and yeah. So that's kind of a situation I constantly am finding myself in. All right. And reminder that I have no water as I go to reach for it. Khadgar. Split Splasher into Nibble Brigand. That's a pretty good combo. I like these two. Split Splasher is fine. Nibble Brigand is good. We never need more than 1 green mana, and we never need it until later on. So I just always should play blue with this deck whenever possible. You gonna kill my Split Splasher? Nope. Just lay on the table. They have no mana. Let them know what they're dealing with. lots of card. All right. That's going to come into play. They're going to give it Menace and Haste, so... And Menace, so I can't use Metamorph. I can't do a Metamorphic Blast combat trick. Let's start by attacking. I don't think there's any... Yeah, not this turn. There's no world where this turn I do my blocking. All right. That's the sort of stuff I was looking for. So Doc Arlock, Outlaw Stitcher on a future turn. I think the Slick Shot Vault Buster right now is too important, though. This is going to be how I apply pressure to match the Spinewoods Paladin, plus whatever else they play this turn. Next turn, I play a land, attack with all. So the Spinewoods Paladin comes in, they gain 3 life, 5/4 trample, menace, haste if they want it, Death Toucher if they need it. I can minimum. Swift Splasher makes the ankle biter mean nothing. Cool. Alright, so do they want to block the 3 damage or just take it all? Sounds good. I have to decide, do I want Doc Arlock and then plot the Outlaw Stitcher? Do I want to... I think I want to turn the Spinewoods Paladin into a Nothing Burger and draw 2 cards. Honestly, at this rate, I might just want to play the Gorehound, the Sterling Hound. There's a lot of options right now. I think I continue applying pressure. I think, genuinely speaking, the Metamorphic Blast just to turn a creature, just to downsize a creature, is good enough for what I need. Shackle Slinger is going to be fantastic. Perfect, yeah. Definitely think that tempo is the name of the game right now. So I'm going to just go for the tempo play. We have a Metamorphic Blast for if they try to get a big creature. All right, so they're just going to search for a land. So this is a very tempo negative turn for them, which is very good for me. So now that Metamorphic Blast is going to do what I need it to. All right. Really? You're going to attack with the Ankle Biter? No attacks. Okay. All right. So I can plot the Outlaw Stitcher. I think I just attack with all and shrink the Ankle Biter and have the Metamorphic Blast play ready. Yeah, they played so tempo negative. We just do this. And now we can actually go get ourselves some card advantage along the way. Awesome. Next turn I could Shadow Slinger and Outlaw Stitcher and just tap down a creature and get a giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn I'll have 7. Or I could Shackle Slinger, Town Ain't Big Enough. Yeah, I think I just Town Ain't Big Enough both of these off the board and win the game. I think that's a pretty good play. Just win the game. Usually good enough. Let's play Doc Arlock while we're at it. Let them know why there's green mana in my deck. Alright. Well, that's another win. Definitely tempo was the name of the game. There's a lot of value available in this set, but you need to be on the board first. I don't even know what this card is. Remove 4 oil counters. Target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, hold up. There might be something here with the creatures that make treasures when they die. Like, yeah, Atsuchi the Blazing Sky. So, let me... So, there's a red dragon that I might be able to do with Vav Rebirth, where it dies, I make 3 treasure tokens, 1 oil counter when it dies, 3 oil counters as I sack the treasures, and immediately those 3 treasures make enough mana for me to rebirth the dragon. Might be something there. Alright, Mr. Lucky. Let's see if luck is on your side, sir. My hand says no. Prove me wrong. Oh my gosh. Mr. Lucky has the best. I'm so glad Mr. Lucky also understands what the best pet is. Obviously, the rock. Yeah, here. Alright. Ren's essence capture, but I'd rather just not. Alright. So we have 3, 4. I think I just have better things to be doing. That is a dangerous consideration, though. All right. If they leave mana open for Thunder Salvo, do I play Geralf still? That is the question. All right, now I definitely play Tumblewagg. So yeah, Discerning Pillar is a pretty good card. Oh, they kept. That is actually terrifying in its own right that they kept. All right. So here's the thing. I can expose my Geralf to removal, and then use it to crew the Ornery Tumblewagg and make that a 6/6. And then they have 2 threats they have to remove immediately, or else they have no idea, or else it's just gonna be like, oh, when really Tumblewagg's the only threat, because I'm really low on cards already. I'm not low on cards, I just have a lot of lands. Alright. Trying to think. Steer Clear is a card? Yeah, I say I expose it. I'm gonna expose... Yeah. I'm gonna expose Geralf and scare the bejesus out of them. So now, if they have an Ariet's sleep or whatever it is, they have to accept that they're losing out, that they have 2 threats they need to sleep, and they might choose the wrong one. If they play a lot of board presence to try to stop this, I have this town ain't big enough to stop it, like so. Well, that's not even presence, that's... Oh my gosh. Do I dock and plot the Stitcher, or do I leave dock in my hand for the Stitcher turn? Alright. This town ain't big enough, attack for... Oh! I'm going to attack and start threatening lethal, and I'm going to plot the Outlaw Stitcher without... So I'm going to put 1 there just to keep them safe, as we're going to attack with a 10/10, force them to chump block. And then next turn, I threaten lethal using this town ain't big enough. They just don't know it. And so as to why I didn't play Doc Arlock is simply because I don't want to expose more creatures to more kill spells, and it means I can make a bigger Outlaw Stitcher on a future turn if need be. If I don't kill them this turn, I might as well do Doc, town ain't big enough, something, and then Stitcher. Oh my gosh, I could Doc, town ain't big enough, Doc. Well, they're keeping themselves alive. I will give them that. Okay, so hold up. I can Island, Dock, Outlaw Stitcher, Visage Bandit, and I literally tell them board clear or you're dead. And I think board clear or you're dead is a great place to be. It does play straight into said board clear, but I think they're playing like they don't have it, so. Yep. So if they have a board clear, yep. Glad. Okay, Mr. Lucky's a high quality person nonetheless. Good game. Okay, I like Mr. Lucky. Even if they're doing all that and then just board clear me, I'm happy that that's how they did that. That was hilarious. That was perfect. That was fantastic. Alright. Well, they're not dead yet. Alright. Yeah, that being said, I don't know how they get out of this situation. Awesome, they killed the 10-10. Now they just have to deal with the 9-9, the 5-5, or the 4-4, the 6-7. Yep. Turns out Geralf Let's Order Tumblewagg and draft is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Thanks. Oh my gosh. High quality performance. Yeah, let's be polite. Still bring them to negative 34. Oh my gosh. Wow. I am sorry, Mr. Lucky. I was the lucky one today. Oh. Final boss time. For 400 gems and another pack. Mr. Lucky, you are a legend. If you ever watch this, I like your style. I like your style. Yeah, that ain't salt roping, that's quality roping. That was showmanship. Alright, Harrier Strix into Canyon Crab. Do I save the Harrier Strix? Yes. The reason why is we have a Shackle Sleener and a Vault Buster in hand. Both cards really like Harrier Strix. Now I need to draw a land, but Canyon Crab's going to help me with that. And sometimes I just always have it. All right. And it's an outlaw for Take the Fall, so hey. Oh. Nice. We committing crimes over here. I'm gonna spread out my threat. All right. This is a 3/3 Death Toucher. I think I offer the trade. I mean, the attack is obvious if I make it, but I think I make it. The attack is absolutely obvious. If my opponent is thinking at all, they know what's about to happen. They are not going to block if they are smart. Yep. And then I just Shackle Slinger. Yes. Yes. Spring Splash. Alright. Oh, it's first strike during his... Oh, that is nasty. That is nasty. They have a 3/3 first striker with Death Touch. I'm not blocking it. Never in a million years. Alright. So if I could draw a land... Oh, saddling just to get creatures in the grave. That's nice. Alright. I think I Harrier Strix and Spring Splasher, and that will allow Shackle Slinger to hold down the Vraska forever. I think that's where I want to be. Just chain down the Vraska. Ornery. Down my Spring Splasher. Get bigger. Oh. I didn't even realize that I'm threatening lethal. I just knew I was dealing damage. Okay, game might be pretty short. Yeah, knife point's not the best when you don't have lands. Alright. So... take the fall. Turn this into a nothing. Blast. Draw 2 cards. Tap that down. Just in case they have some way to untap. Alright, that life linker helps, but I don't think it's enough when there's a 6/6 Tumblewagg on board. Alright, well, 7 wins. The only games I lost was against red-white tempo. That is something worth noting. That this was a really good deck, and red-white tempo was that good that it didn't matter. Anyways, we got full 7 wins. Let's see. Just take a look at how the deck performed. Metamorphic Blast was great just as a 4-mana draw 2 cards. The White Rabbit effect came up once, and one time I thought was something more than it was. So we saw where this can be negative, but 4-mana instant speed draw 2 cards is good enough. I still liked it. Take the Fall performed as I expected it to. Great. Harrier Strix performed better than I expected to, I'd say. The ability to just commit a crime and just be a 1-drop for all our multi-spell cards, Harrier Strix did good. It did its job, and its job was more than good enough. Jailbreak Scheme. This card was good enough, but I never was like, oh, if only I draw Jailbreak Scheme. Like, this card, yeah, if there was a card cut, it could probably be Jailbreak Scheme next. Canyon Crab, always love Canyon Crab. Did not perform as well as I hoped because we were more tempo-based, where the last time I played this card, it was controlling-based. Dazzler, honestly, underperformed. This card I've seen in other decks just win games without the blue-red engine. No. There was a game where the unblockable won. Yeah, there was a game where the unblockable won, which and it very consistently became a 2/3. So never mind. Razzle like Screen Splasher. This was the one that overperformed. This one just committing my crimes for my Nibble Brigand, for my Slick Shot Vault Buster. Like Vault Buster, Screen Splasher here was the high performer. Essence Capture, it does exactly what you want it to. It counters a spell. Like that +1/+1 counter on the Harrier Strix was amazing that one game. Duck Arlock just never got to really play it. Never a bad card. Wasn't a good card. Sterling Hound, honestly, 3 mana, 3 power. This card was good enough. This card was genuinely good. I was impressed by Sterling Hound. And when I say impressed, I'm talking about like it's compared as a 1.5 a filler card. Nah, this was a playable. This was 2.0. This was a 2.0 card, I'd say. Patient. Maybe that's just because of the deck I was playing, but it definitely played better than what it was showing. Patient Naturalist, just a card. Ornery Tumblewagg, we knew it was going to be a powerhouse, was a powerhouse. Vault Buster, yeah, I think 2.0 is just about right. Shackle Slinger, yeah. This card got me through some board states and locked down others. That was fantastic. Nibble Brigand, okay, so they say it's a 4.0. Glad to know that they see it. Cool, yeah, because if you have a way to consistently commit crimes, cough Screen Splasher, fantastic card. Geyser Drake, 3 mana, 2/3, good enough. Geralf, if you saw the Outlaw Stitcher turns, like, yeah, obviously. And this town ain't big enough. It was good. Like, yeah, every card was good. That was the thing. Every card was good. And this made just the entire deck amazing. All right. Really quick, let's open up all of the packs we just got from our big old draft. See if there's anything worth noting about Standard. Speaking of which, there's a Desert Ramp deck that top ends with Bonnie Paul that I saw. Jim Davis MTG does some awesome stuff. He had a Tin New Brews with this card. And like, I mean, it really is just a bunch of stats, but it is so much stats. Oh my gosh, it's so much stats. This card actually might see some constructive play in the future. Honestly, of the funniest flaw is that it's legendary, so I can't play 2. I can't clone this card, and that's the big flaw with Bonnie Paul. That's just kind of funny. All right. Moving on. Despawn Outcast are nice. Laughing Jasper. So, worth noting, being able to keep exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. This is a crime enabler by itself. Just every turn enables a crime. As for how good is taking your opponent's cards, I think that just depends on, like, this feels like it's the top end for a very aggressive Outlaw deck. Like, every card in the Outlaw deck is 1-drops and 2-drops, and then Laughing Jasper Flint. That might honestly be a deck. And, hey, could be a theme. Could be a theme. Outlaw Stitcher, we saw how great that performs. Yeah. Alright. Move forward. Plan the heist. I have some ideas with that, but none of them really coming to fruition yet. Duelist of the Mind. Blind Vigilance. Alright. I've seen some... So it's not that this card's bad, it's that for the deck that wants this card, there are so many good things going around it, this almost doesn't make the cut. Because one... Yes, it's a Flying Vigilance, but when it's Vigilance blocking, it's a 0/3 blocking. So you basically have to do it all in that attack trigger of drawing more cards, and Prof's Eidetic Memory does the same thing already, except it's for any creature. So generally, and it's like +1/+1 counter, so they last. So it just ends up getting eaten out. Stoke Sphinx, there are already some massive threats. The general statement, at some point you're going to have to cast a spell. I mean, if they don't have a response to it, this will just end the game in 4 turns. But, like, also you have to cast it. It's not safe the turn you cast it. All that sort of stuff. Gold Rush, another round. These are both fun cards that I have a Gold Rush deck, but I don't even play Gold Rush in it, which is kind of funny. It's just you don't really need the pump spell. The 2-mana treasure token is honestly the most valuable part of Gold Rush. So funny. Because yeah, no, if this card sees play, it's literally because it's a 2-mana, create a treasure token, pump up a creature. That's it. That is all it needs to be to see play. And so it's there. It's an untapped treasure token. That's actually pretty huge. Like, yeah. Another round is just too much win more. You have to have a board of creatures. You need mana. It's like, it very much is like, you store in the festival, then you another round for X equals 2. And you, like, what is, like, you have to get Terror off the, I think you have to put Terror of the Peaks amongst the cards going through another round. And you have to win the game the turn you do it. And if you're playing Terror of the Peaks, you're probably winning the game if you untap and it's still alive. So, don't really see too much point. Wiley Duke, cool. I'm trying to think, is there another way to tap this other than crew? Slickshot Lockpicker might actually be a playable card. Just Doc Arlock is a 2-mana, like, it makes cards in your graveyard and cards you plot cost 2 less. So you plot this for 1, flashback a card that costs 2 less on a later turn. Like, that is a lot of mana savings. Yeah, now Slickshot Lockpicker might see play if Dark Arlock sees play. And Dark Arlock might see play. So, yeah. Alright. And then the rest of these I picked up just from gain experience along the drafts. Magda the Horde Master. So I feel like, so obviously committing a crime getting treasure tokens is pretty great, but I think if you want to do the Scorpion Dragon theme, you need another source of treasure tokens. I think that's what it is. This is, you get a different source of treasure tokens. This acts as a win condition for 2 mana. You get a bunch of treasures, you play Magda, sacrifice the treasures, make a bunch of flying Scorpion Dragons, and kill them. Alright. Case of the Ransacked Lab. So now that we have these plot cards, this case might actually be usable because, like, just any plot, instant, or sorcery becomes, like, significantly easier to cast. There's already multi-spell cards in the format, like this plus Geralf. Yeah. This might see some play in the future. Don't know how they're going to do it, though. Not really the guy who's going to build it all up.